Sri Aurobindo describes a triple transformation of consciousness. The first transformation is what he calls the psychic transformation, the conscious contact with and bringing forward of the soul element in the nature. The second transformation is what he calls the spiritual transformation. This involves the contact with and the unification of the consciousness with the larger spiritual reality that is in manifestation. The third is the supramental transformation, which essentially involves bringing forward the forces and relationships developed in the first two in order to transform the external life of the body, life force, and mind to take on and embody these higher powers and bring them to bear in our life in the world. He corresponds the first with the concentration in the heart center, and the second with the concentration above the head. Sri Aurobindo also describes the concentration in the area between the eyebrows, what is known as the Ajna or sixth chakra in the traditional yogic systems. This concentration can bring about new powers of understanding and action, and if turned upwards, can assist in the achievement of the spiritual connection and transformation. The opening of this chakra can be very helpful in bringing the descending spiritual powers into the external life, as long as one does not get sidetracked by the development of powers at the expense of the focus needed for the transformation process. If it becomes an instrument of individual aggrandizement, it will be a distraction rather than an aid at that point. Sri Aurobindo observes, quote, "One can concentrate in any of these three centers which is easiest to the sadhak or gives most result. The power of the concentration in the heart center is to open that center, and by the power of aspiration, love, bhakti, surrender, remove the veil which covers and conceals the soul, and bring forward the soul or psychic being to govern the mind, life, and body, and turn and open them all fully to the divine, removing all that is opposed to that turning and opening. This is what is called in this yoga the psychic transformation. The power of concentration above the head is to bring peace, silence, liberation from the body sense, the identification with mind and life, and open the way for the lower mental, vital, physical consciousness to rise up to meet the higher consciousness above, and for the powers of the higher spiritual nature, consciousness, to descend into mind, life, and body. This is what is called in this yoga the spiritual transformation. If one begins with this movement, then the power from above has in its descent to open all the centers, including the lowest center, and to bring out the psychic being. For until that is done, there is likely to be much difficulty and struggle of the lower consciousness, obstructing, mixing with, or even refusing the divine action from above. If the psychic being is once active, this struggle and these difficulties can be greatly minimized. The power of concentration in the eyebrows is to open the center there, liberate the inner mind and vision and the inner or yogic consciousness and its experiences and powers. From here also one can open upwards and act also in the lower centers. But the danger of this process is that one may get shut up in one's mental spiritual formations and not come out of them into the free and integral spiritual experience and knowledge and integral change of the being and nature." End quote. Reference, Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, The Psychic Being, Soul, Its Nature, Mission, and Evolution. Section 4, The Psychic Being and Sadhana, pages 118 to 119.